Hi, this is Shamani from Providence Life Design. So this video is a color video. I guess we call it color theory. And it talks about the important things that I have my customers do when we are talking about paint colors, and for me to make suggestions as to what it is that they should do inside their space, after they've, came up with an idea. They know what kind of look they're going for. They know if they want to use natural stone. There's just like, it's part of the hierarchy of design, right? There's a video about that. So if you want to know about the hierarchy of what you need to apply next to create a look for yourself, there's a video about it in my videos. So I always tell my customers to make paint chips. Make big, movable paint chips. There's stores where you can go and get foam core. I know the really inexpensive Dollar Trees and things like that. You can get the foam core because it is white. That's for one reason. 2, it's light in weight. It's something that's very transportable. And 3, it is transportable and light. Oh, and it's a matte surface. Okay, so they're great for you to use to make yourself a swatch. When you decide, or when you're inspired by colors, it's better for you to have those references, and you take those references and you start shopping for your paint color. Pick out a bunch, even if you have to start with 10 different ones. Look at them side by side in the store. Narrow that amount down. If you have 10, narrow it down maximum 6. Max. Okay, guys? Max. It's better for you to get it down to about 3. That's going to be the best for you to help you with narrowing down your color. You're going to buy your paint sample. Comes in, little jars. Hardware stores, the paint specialty stores, they sell them. Buy it. If this is your house where you're going to be living, you're not just flipping, then you want to create a swatch for yourself, and you want to look at it in all the different lights. And also, what's really super, super, super important is to look at paint and paint swatches in the space at the time of the day or night that you would be using that room the most. This is so important. I know I've done other color videos, but it's important because, where it is that I am, the company Sherwin-Williams is quite prominent. And up north, right, when you're a New Englander, Benjamin Moore and Bear and things like that. Benjamin Moore is a Brooklyn company. Benjamin Moore is going to be most common for you to find. Then you start moving down into the less popular and the specialty, okay? Depending on what your budget is. So what I noticed with certain paint companies is that I don't know if it's the metal oxide that they use when they are creating the colors, but certain colors, they take on different characteristics depending on the type of light that's shining on them, the type of light that's shining on them. Because if you look at the same color in different lights, so whether it's morning light, it's evening light, you've turned on the light, it's incandescent, it's direct, it's pot lights, it's sun coming in, it's the same paint, that same one color shade of paint can look 3 different ways. It literally, I have seen one paint, which is a warm color, look pink at one time of the day, look peach another time of the day, and look almost blue with direct sunlight hitting it. You see what I'm saying? And that's one paint. I'm not going to tell you the name of the paint. It just applies to a lot. So it's going to be best for you to think about, what are my furnishings going to be in that room? Do I have upholstery in there? Do I have a whole suite of furniture that's all the same color? You know, some like Tiffany blue or whatever the case may be. When that happens, then that means another color is taking up a lot of real estate in that space. So that means that that color that you want to use on the wall is going to look a different way if it is in the same space with something out with other furnishings that are another prominent color. So if you are like trying out furniture, this is why you need to make the paint swatch, I'm telling you. Get yourself the foam core, paint it with this. Put 2 coats of the paint on the foam core. It's transportable. The same thing with why it's important for you to buy samples of tile, samples of wood, samples of countertop, samples of doors and cabinets, and anything that takes up a lot of real estate, a lot of space, demands a lot of eye attention. It commands the direction of the room, the energy of the room, the aesthetic of the space. Anything that does that, get whatever it is that is movable, and you take that everywhere with you. And you shop with that. It needs to be with you at all times. If you don't go popping in, right? Because if your eye is untrained, you run the risk of making little faux pas. You know what I mean? Even me, myself, like, my eye doesn't ever forget a color. Never, never, never does it. That's the reason why when it comes to attire, I could literally have on something vintage that I bought 15 years before or 10 years before and get something new and be able to bring those pieces together and it'll coordinate because my eye doesn't forget a color, right? But what I do know is that that particular color is going to behave differently. That blouse, if it's a blue blouse, that blue blouse is going to behave differently if I wear a yellow cardigan, or if I wear no yellow cardigan and red pants, or if I wear, a white head wrap and white accessories, or I wear cream earrings and a cream necklace, or whatever the case may be. It's like that same textile is going to look completely different based on what it's combined with, right? So that's the reason why that when you go shopping for surfaces, namely tile or wood or whatever, but you're going in the store with the set intention that I'm leaving with gray, and you pull 3 different samples. All 3 of them are gray. When you look at them individually, it's gray. You're like, okay, I got 3 gray flooring. Let me tell you, you bring those 3 pieces together and you look at them in the store, you're like, wait a minute. How come this one is looking not so gray? You see, you're comparing it. Take it further. Go to the front door of the store. See if there's any, see if there's any natural light coming in. Compare it again. If you're not sure, just buy all 3 samples. Don't reduce it down to 2, and take it out of the store. Look at it at home. Look at it at different times of the day. And what's going to happen is those 3 pieces, something is going to start canceling out. One of them is going to start looking pink. I almost guarantee you. I bet you. And you're going to be like, well, how does she know that? Because that's just what color does. That's what color does. Color is manufactured by different kind of people. Color affects us in so many ways. Color is what helps make something look tasteful compared to make something looking cheap. The application of color, how you accessorize it, what do you pair it with, what kind of lighting is with it. If you're in full beat makeup or you just look like you rolled out of bed, that dress is going to look two different ways. So it's the same thing that applies when it comes to like looking at samples and sourcing things. So please make yourself large swatch samples and you will be thankful. All right, this is Shimrandi from Providence Life Design. Let me know if I could be of any further assistance to you. I do virtual consulting and I do in-home. All right, have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.